Hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. It is up Saeed, up everybody else. So it's just a casual grindy evening stream here for us. Need to get more of them units, and well, slowly but surely we are getting there. Let's see first, actually, let's see. Oh wait, AQ started tonight as well, didn't it? So I can join AQ too. Spend a wee bit of energy. This is in fact my currently preferred AQ team. Let's quickly do a couple of these. So, how many units you are at, Saif? Oh, I can't wait to play less AQ. Can't wait to play less AQ. Oh, that's very optimistic messaging right there. That is a very optimistic view you got there, buddy. And actually, a bit late. To be fair, I'm often up somewhat late, and might as well get a bit of grind in. Right, and hang out with you guys and see what you guys have to say. Because why not? Ironheart is like the perfect champion for this lane, for these lanes, because as soon as you get the tracking on, you don't care about rise to power load. And when that happens, you know, obviously polka dot power is kind of good too. For Ironheart, because you continuously get power. And super easy. What's up, NG? How is my favorite three-letter person doing? Parry attacks. To be fair, I could also quickly make a start on this, and then we're gonna grind. We're good with these. We are good. We are talking about Valkyrie being 6-star locked the other day, and here we are now. Well, we were, yes. So, are you happy about Valkyrie? Are you happy that Valk is coming? Will be interesting to see how relevant Valkyrie becomes. Whether she will or will not be relevant. Because, you know, for a while she definitely didn't get, like, the best treatment by Kabam in terms of nodes. You still won't be that real. Yeah, that's what I think, to be honest. She's a very, very cool champion, but I think, number one, AI is making her a lot more finicky to use than she used to be. And the second thing is she just doesn't answer that many defenders nowadays. Unless you get another... Oh, invade meta would obviously supercharge her like crazy. Also, just want to say I spilled my drink today, so it is definitely low-key your fault. Yeah, I think this post again is gonna be one of those things that come back to bite Dave in the ass. This is gonna be one of those things that people do remember. Rhino counter? Yeah, I guess so, because even against MODOK, you don't really want to use her that much, because you don't want to be throwing heavies randomly, because then you convert them into passives and stuff. You know what I mean? Like, obviously she's going to do Photon, but, you know, plenty of champions do that, and it's not like she's particularly amazing for that. I think she's going to shine in Alliance War, though, still. I think we're going to see a lot of her in Alliance War. Because I remember using a ton of her, because she can do a ridiculous amount of nodes. She's going to take time in those fights, because, you know, you can avoid all the hazard shifts by exclusively hitting opponent's block, and so on and so forth. Give her, like, Power Stat 1 boost, and then you're kind of cooking. At least Jane and Nimrod work on these other DQ monthly quests. Kind of, I still wouldn't really want to use. I mean, yeah. Yeah, none of the 3 champions at the moment are kind of like must-have type of thing. In my opinion. And like, if Magneto is the mutant champion, that doesn't make it much more desirable. And then it would kind of depend on whatever they are reworking, and hopefully Scorpion. Scorpion would be the big selling point of that box. Like, I have zero desire for Torgen Poster. Like, I messed around with her, I just don't like her that much so far. And Valkyrie, I mean, she's nice, but... I mean, I would want Archangel instead of Mags as well, I just don't think it's gonna happen. It's like, obviously I would want, you know, Kingpin instead of Valkyrie, and, you know, Archangel instead of Magneto, and so on. But I just don't think it's happening. Alright. Stacked up on boosts. Nice. Yeah, exactly. Magneto is kind of cool, but he's not that fast in BGs, plus never was. And yeah, I mean, could grind out the 6-star lizard here, but I don't want him that much. Plus 6 stars are definitely irrelevant right now. Yes, Alim made a quick video on that already. All of you guys have finished your Twitch drops, by the way. Bum's recent track record of reworks isn't looking that great either recently. Well, a lot of them have been kind of late bloomers. Well, maybe not a lot, but definitely several. Like, Garden Britain, you know, definitely become relevant, much more so than she did initially. And Rhino, I think after the brawl, his stock kind of increased quite a bit. People did not like to fight that guy at all. I mean, it'd be funny if it's not Scorpion, though. It could be something else. They could be releasing, like, Icarus's 7-star. Oh no, Icarus is already 7-star. They could be releasing some random champion, and then, you know, Still kind of like anti-venom. I think he hasn't had his chance to be shining yet, because recent matches have been bad for Science. You swine! And don't what you didn't put the stream on. Oh my god. Well, to be fair, I mean, Kaban was clearly view farming with those 12-hour Twitch stream thingies. You know, it's exactly what it was. Just about everybody was like putting the stream on the background just so it would happen, not in order to engage with it. Even I, like, you know, and I did restream and like it a fair bit, but even I basically like put it on the background and went to bed both nights, because you know, it's just, first of all, it starts late for me. Second of all, 12 hours is a lot of fucking time. It's like watching, you know, 5 movies. You know, it is a lot. Rhino seems to be quite good. He's especially good in this meta, but as a 7-star, highly ranked, I think he would be quite good because he's tanky. Like, just like any other champion, he has his counters, but the thing with Rhino that makes him good is he's kind of tanky. It's, you know, similar to Solwag. It's not like Solwag's super hard to fight, it's just a lot of champions can't really do that fight well, and then many who do, you can't get him down fast. But here we are. Did you guys finish getting your Twitch drops, by the way? Or some of you still missing a bit? Because you can finish getting them now if you want. Okay, no, just for the funsies. Just for the funsies. Oop. Again, it wasn't necessarily a nightmare, because I just kind of set it up in background. I learned to fight Prowler in the raids quite well, so now I kind of like, you know, roll the dice on the timing of just about everything there. Like, you can punish Prowler's specials with any champion. You just need to wait until he turns his head. Okay, I mistimed it slightly. Every time I open my mouth. But basically, you can punish his specials with any champion. Just need to learn how to time it. I deem the best champion in the game. Almost. Basically. enough. Again, I just left it on whilst I went to sleep. I didn't even mute it because I had my headphones plugged in, so I just left it, you know, sounding in the headphones, and I just went to sleep. Vox is one of those champions. I wish he was slightly better. I wish he was slightly more popular. You know what I mean? Like, as I like actually using him. He's one of the champs that I kind of like using him despite how good or bad he is. Like, he's opposite of Onslaught. Like, Onslaught's amazing, but I never want to use him. Vox, I kind of look forward to using, despite him not being like the mega nuke. But I just wish he was a little bit better. That's all. I think it's life. What's my 5-year plan? Oh, I can't tell you that, but I hope that they are good. Right now, they're actually quite bad, but, you know, I have been working on things to get good. But ultimately, you know, the older you get, like, what do I want? I want how... I want to make a baby. I want to start working towards my house. And just live slightly better, you know. Make sure my wife's happy. And not everything is meant to be shared right here, right now, but hopefully some of the things, some of the steps towards that are in the making. And there we are. Holy shit, what is that dex timing? Yeah, exactly. Walks just feels nice to play. Just wish he was better. Yes. I don't think I am trying to do that right now. I can leave this as a hobby for a while, and even after MCOC dies, just leave this channel as a hobby and focus on something else on it, but... Yep. Come on. All your buffs are gone now. And what is yours? And so I can start using the big boys now. But I do have the maker. Okay, can make that work. Let's see. Yeah, Onslaught is very not cool. I don't like using Onslaught at all. Again, there hasn't been like a single quest, single fight where like, oh boy, I get to use Onslaught. You know, I'm sure happy that I'm going to use Onslaught. It's just not a thing. Oh, whoopsies. Alright, fine, you dingleberry. I'm not gonna do that again. To be fair. It's dumb. I wonder how, like, I want to play around with new Spidey, but I don't have him yet. Dude, You suck. I better get used to using the maker. No, that's awesome, NG. Very happy for you. That is very good to hear. Wish thy baby the best of health, because you can take care of the rest. Just hope your baby's healthy and everything's well. Okay, you suck. Okay. I see you there. Brilliant. Health is most important for us all. Exactly. Yeah, I don't want to join CCP. Only thing that I would want from... No, again, I would like, obviously, the access to the testing maps. I think that'd be cool. And early access to champions and the CCP code. But everything else, like if I would ever want to join CCP, that would be like I have an account and I would just about never speak in that Discord and I'd never interact with them and I wouldn't be like, you know what I mean? Why did Kabam blame us for the Twitch ban? Because Kabam was trying their best to please us and did the restreams so more people could collect the 12 hours for Twitch drops. And that is why they got banned. It had nothing to do with anything else. Stop YT user. Yeah, I have heard that one as well, NG. Absolutely, huh? And it is so true. It really is. Because like when we are young, you know, like teens and early 20s, we just don't give a shit. And then after 30 or around 30, when your body is starting to break down, you just start regretting all of the things that you did. Absolutely. How dare you even suggest that safe? That is lie. How dare you talk like that? It's gonna be another. The Punisher is kind of like a trophy champion. It's not gonna be a track champion. I think. I mean, I could be wrong, but I think it's gonna be kind of like you have a tiny chance to get him from the Banquet Crystals, and he's gonna be a reward for top tier. You know, top contributors, top scores, top whales. Not like something that you get from the ladder. I think it's more than half. Most people that I know who watched that stream did it for the drops, and they had like Twitch open and then they were doing something else, or they were watching my stream, or they were watching some other content creator's stream, or they had the stream open like 3 tabs because they have mini accounts and stuff like that. So I'd be willing to bet that extremely significant portion of those like 38k viewers that they had at one point, you know, were basically just view farmed bots with skin. Especially, maybe not like all the time. Like I actually watched it because I wanted to find some stuff out, but at the same time, equal long period of time I spent just having my Twitch open and when I went to sleep. You know what I mean? It's still wild that they would write that though. Because even if that is how he feels, even if, you know, that is the sentiment that he has, you'd have to be quite mad to write that post, read through it, and be like, "Yep, this is something I should say." That's the thing. Like, I have zero doubt that they feel that way a lot of times. They're kind of like, "Oh, we tried our best for you, and you ungrateful swines, you can't appreciate it," and stuff like that. 100% think that is how they feel a lot of the times. But you know, those are the type of things that, you know, you leave on the inside. You know what I mean? Oh, those 20-minute breaks they constantly took were fucking annoying. I'm not gonna lie. They're like, dude, really, come on. I didn't watch the finals because of it, because, you know, every single thing that they did was like 20-minute break, 20-minute break, 20-minute break. It was like, no, passing it. I actually did woke up and I watched the finals live, but I wasn't streaming then. But on the more positive note, what do you guys think about the extended Battlegrounds season and the 2 Battlegrounds matchmaking systems now? Yeah, exactly, because that was kind of amazing. They're like, oh, it's only 12 hours. Dude, it's like 12 hours in like 2 days is like almost a full-time job, dude. Like, and you know, I'm not saying that you like putting in the same amount of effort and stuff like that, but in the time sync wise, if you were like actually having to watch it, it's like, yeah, it's like watching like 5+ movies like over the weekend. I think it's exactly what you said in your video. When does the season ranking end? Week 4 or week 5? Yeah, that's it. I think it's gonna end after the 2 matters, but I'm not sure. In the stream, they could have addressed the issues, but they did not. Does that mean that Battlegrounds? No, I don't think the Battlegrounds store is gonna. I think the Battlegrounds store is gonna refresh as it normally does, because it was never like. Battlegrounds store always refreshed on monthly basis, right? Not in 5 weeks, but the season cycle was 5 weeks, so I think it doesn't affect the store refresh. But we do know that on 26th there is a BG store buff. So I think on 26th, you know, the store refreshes and is up, and then it's just gonna refresh on the monthly schedule. It's kind of like Radiant Store. Radiant Store refreshes monthly as well, and you know, we earn Radiance from all over, and has not necessarily doesn't correlate with, you know, a BG season end or Alliance War season end or something. Only moment. Well, we're gonna see how the buff looks like. I think that's gonna be quite important. I don't expect it to be much, but you know, hopefully it's something. They get insanity. What? I did not see that. Do tell me. How could they do that, by the way? That is a funny story. I picked like the worst matchup possible. Three people got permanently banned because... Where did you hear about that? They gained 70 posts. Hey. I wouldn't mind saying it in quotes. Is there like a forum post or something? One guy was Zach? Okay, do tell me more. How did they do it? If I had multiple Twitch accounts, that still would need an insane amount to get that much rewards. It wouldn't be like multiples, it would be like ridiculously low. Oh. Previously you could unlink MCOC from Twitch. Oh. I mean... Okay. Twitch linkage drama. I might, yeah. Exactly in the game right now. Okay. Where is he? I did read that reflection post. I was thinking to make a video on it tonight or tomorrow. It's kind of late. I mean, I guess I can make a video on that at the end of the stream. I mean, dude, that's insane. That's a fucking, like, if there is a good way how to go out, if there's a good way how to get permanently banned. I mean, I made that video too. But if there's a good way how to get permanently banned, then this is what is legendary way to go out, I guess. I mean, like, don't get me wrong. Doing something like that 500 times, you know, the dude know exactly what he was doing, and, you know, I'm not gonna cry after him, but oh shit. What? Why is that 76 stars? Because of yesterday's offer? Do explain the reasoning of that. That is true. It's like, you know, I think there was like a massive fight that happened. Well, it was big enough to make Vega not to go to the showdown. Fair enough. Like, you want Valk that badly, yeah? And how did yesterday's offer incentivize him? He wanted to see how far he can get today with it? Alpha. Oh, fair enough. I don't think so. I don't think that Sansar Valkyrie's release will get her back to the dome. They did remove Vega's creator code, yes. Did I get the massive deal? Well, Snack Attack yesterday donated $50 for it, and I put up a poll. Should I or should I not get it? You guys voted for it, and like over 75% people said get it, so yeah, I did. I mean, I think she's gonna get used, but not. I think she's gonna be used in the Lions War quite a bit, not as much in Balance. I mean, that deal is quite a bit front-loaded for sure. What beef did Vega have with DLL? Well, they used to be very, very good friends. But there apparently, evidently, was some disagreement and... Arena grinding, of course. Need every unit I can get my hands on. What else do you recommend I do? I'm excited for tomorrow. Why? What's making you excited about tomorrow? What's happening tomorrow? Yes, I did something like that. Have times changed, eh? So was Vega, by the way. And I used to give him a shout out and help him on his channel. Why didn't you attend the event in Canada? Oh, first of all, like, what's the best way to put it? It's expensive. And if I'm gonna spend, like, upwards of $5,000, or like, let's say, I don't know, $3,000-4,000, in order to travel to a different continent, it ain't going to be for Kabam's meetup. It could be a part of it, but, you know, because it's very, very, very far away. And it costs a lot to get there. You might have a chance. Maybe. It depends on the nodes and methods as well, of course. November 14th. The egg realm event. Oh, yeah, fair enough. That could be interesting. No. The donation funds basically don't work. If I start a donation fund, realistically, what happens typically? I get like 18 very nasty comments and like, oh, the fuck, you want us to pay for something? Well, I got so much shit and abuse from fellas whenever I do something like that. Even though I do think that effectively nothing changes because people donate on streams anyways. So you do get a lot of shit from some very awesome people, and it doesn't change really, you know, whether streams do get donations or don't. Not much anyways. In general, donations have been like very, 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 very shit over the course of like last year or so. Aside from like bits and bobs for the wedding, that was like the exception, but you know, it's fine. Again, that's just another part of the reason why I'm trying. Thanks, Vega. And yeah, so what's the best way to say? Like, again, obviously, I, for instance, have my own issues with DLL as well. I do. I don't try to blame him for everything. And in general, when discussing the issues with the game, like, even though, I'll be brutally honest, the more I think about it and the more I kind of, like, look back at what I think is currently wrong with the game, the more influence of him I see. I still don't know everything. So I typically like to comment much more on the things that one does or one has said, rather than, you know, oh, this guy's a cunt, or this guy's awful and I hate him, he's stupid, he knows nothing. You know, for instance, if you're talking about him, DLL says, you know, Caroline Dean is overperforming offensively and, you know, could be subject for tune down. That is what I'm going to discuss in the context of other champions. Not that it's like, how dare he? It's like, can you imagine? Oh my god, he's such a bad human for like suggesting that. So, and I think nuances like that are important, because even with Dane, like, or Karate Mike, I never have had like a single negative interaction with them, so I don't really have basis to say it's like, oh my god, they're like these dickheads and assholes and awful people, because I don't think so. But at the same time, I do think, you know, they're hired by Kabam, that's their livelihood, they're not for you, they're not, their default position is not to tell the truth to the player base. That is not in their job description. Another thing not in their job description is to keep your best interests at heart. And ultimately, you know, you need to realize that DLL, Karate Mike, Dork, at this point, as when they are employed by Kabam, they have their best own interest at heart, which also involves maintaining their employment at Kabam. And at that point, they also have Kabam's best interests, you know, to defend. And that is such a big thing that I think people can't really dissociate Dorky Diggity Dave, the content creator, and how cool he was and how much he joked around with Dorky Diggity Dave, the Kabam employee, or DLL, or Karate Mike, and so on and so forth. But hey, Best of luck to you, buddy. Wega. I don't know. Depends how many I will get. Rodion. They've had the best voice for deep dives. I'll agree that. Only for anything incorrect. You are wrong, Soybean. There's a lot more. There's a whole shit of a lot more. I mean, DLL did say that, but DLL also has had some legendary takes, like how unbalanced and bad Kingpin and overtuned Doom is, and how bad, you know, how bad and overtuned and awful Dr. Doom is, and how perfect and balanced and reasonable Serpent is, for instance. You know, those two things, you can't marry them together. Gave up my code? Oh, you gave up your code. Well, fair enough. Good to know. But yeah, no, I mean, we all say dumb things at times. We do. Trust me, like, I have said plenty of stupid things too, that I'm not proud of, or that, you know, turned out not to be accurate, and so on and so forth. But there are degrees to that shit. And honestly, I can't see how Kabam not see the promo code. Oh, that? I mean... Yeah, that is true. I mean, like, you are definitely bounced. I mean, like, absolutely. And, you know, the same thing about Dave, for instance. Like, that post that he made last night about, it's like, oh, you know, we got banned because you wanted and stuff like that. It is such a bad post that, you know, I truly wish and try and want to attend it to, you know, him being cranky, things not working out, and, you know, stuff like that. Because it is such a god-awful post. It really, 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 really is. And you just hope, you know, kind of like... And you know, I hope it was Dave being like super cranky after, you know, working very hard for a couple of days and being in a bad mood for this, that, and, you know, maybe some personal things piling up. Because that is not the type of post that, you know, you should make at all. It was such, like, starting with the sarcasm, carrying on to bad math, continuing with, like, you know, the attitude throughout it. That shit post, it really was. And it's like, and yeah, what do you do then? A human mistake. And yeah. But again, those slips that Kabam guys are making more and more recently, like from the Vincent guy, like, you know, dealing with the best humanity has to offer, and it's like, go touch grass and that type of stuff. They are increasing in volume and in the attitude, and I don't know how or why they are happening so much more frequently in recent times. But they do reveal kind of a very ugly mirror in the culture, in the attitude of people, you know, managing the game, I think. Hey, how? If I parry that, that's fine, whatever. And I was too slow then. Alright, fuck you. Huh? Why? I don't stream on Twitch because there's barely anybody watched on Twitch. Twitch doesn't really have an MCOC audience, as far as I know. What are H and G last two messages? They say we are human, we all make mistakes, but it's important how we rise and take accountability. Come on. I mean, yeah. And see you later, Vega. I mean, I could try the double stream thingy, but I don't know if that would be meaningful. What's up, Bitty? What is wrong with you? And how dare you? And to be fair, though, I might not stream in good times for you. Oh, yeah, I think I heard something about TwitchCon and essays and groping and lack of security and Twitch CEO being an absolute fucking sexual predator weirdo. Or something like that. I mean, like, I cannot really follow that type of things too much, but even I have heard some wild stuff there. Well, I have noticed a couple of guys have started streaming on Twitch. So, that might be a good thing to try and take a look at. But yeah, did you guys hear the 3 guys got permabanned for abusing Twitch drops? That was like a wild thing for me to hear. I could make a video on that as well. Tomorrow, maybe. Oh yeah, that thing I heard too. And the worst thing is that bitch was like, what? It's normal. I didn't do anything bad, basically. Like, stop being dicks. Something like that. So she sounds like a delightful human being. But you can't anymore. But apparently, you could link multiple Twitch accounts to MCOC, because you can link and unlink them basically instantly. So what some people did, I don't know exactly how, but they made a shit ton of Twitch accounts and watched those streams. And then just, you know, linked an MCOC account, claimed the drops, unlinked an MCOC account, linked the next MCOC account, claimed the drops. And one guy, allegedly, I haven't gotten the full information fully, did it 500 times. So he got 500 Titan crystals, you know, sets of 7 stars and a shit ton of those, you know, crystals. And he basically got like, it was like 70 rank 4s from it, or something like that. That was the story on the stream, yeah. Well, who has time to do all the nonsense? Well, apparently somebody did. I reckon he could have gotten away with it doing like 10 or 20 times, or 30 maybe. But 500 times. And it's a known guy in the community, apparently. Yeah, it's him. I was like, okay. A guy got away with doing it 60 times, really? I mean, was it Justice? No, that was Zach. He has 65 Titans now. Well, I sure hope that nobody mentions who that guy is to Kabam. Because they will ban him if they find out. Yeah, I guess I will. I guess I'll make that one in the morning. Need to get a bit more info. Somebody has some screenshots or something. That would be greatly appreciated. But you can't do that anymore anyways, because they put like a 14-day timer on it. But it's kind of funny. Yeah, I read it. I'll do it. I might do it at the end of this stream, but I'll probably do it in the morning because it's quite late. Because he does cover several of the pain points for sure. But again, it's one of those things where, on a personal level, as much as I want to believe Crush and trust them and stuff like that, I just don't. I'm quite jaded with them. I'm definitely significantly more in the I'll believe it when I see it type camp. So, yeah, I'll cover it anyways, but it's not. I'm not like super hyped about the post. There's nothing wrong with the post, but it's more like, you know, great if they do address it, and if it happens, you know, in relatively decent time manner. Ah shit, she's gonna block that. You bitch. But yeah, it's a nice post for sure. I think, you know, there are some points missing. And you know, the main 5 points basically is communication, AI, bugs, defenders, and Titan Crystal dupes. Titan Crystal dupes seems kind of out of place with that. It is an issue, but it's not like an overarching game issue, I'd say. But there's more. I'd reckon. Blue Marvel's gonna be an OP champion? I mean, I hope he is. I mean, like, his DLL is making Blue Marvel, so he's probably gonna ignore about 8 masteries and be broken on both attack and defense. So, sure, why not? And like, I'm kind of ready to make like a betting poll here. It's like, how do you guys think which masteries Blue Marvel is going to ignore or hinder? No, I didn't cover them fully. I might record a video at the end of the stream about it, or tomorrow morning. I mean, the post is fine. It's just, again, I'm saying, like, I have heard the same thing like 15 times. Like, we're aware of these issues and we're working in it, and then the next thing they do is like fucking hyper monetize everything. And, you know, how long do you have heard that they are aware of AI issues? It's been like fucking 6 years now at this point. You know? So I am glad that you admit that AI is a problem, but that's not news. So again, I'm more in the camp of like, I'll believe it when they change that, you know, and then they work on it. You see the mess. DLL, Spidey's a man. Spidey's good. See? What are my predictions for Doctor Strange new kit? I don't know. I don't know if he's gonna have poison. He's gonna either have poison or marked abilities. I don't know. He's gonna destroy, you know, Thanos, Serpent, and Nico, I think. Willpower for sure. Yeah, probably willpower. I mean, willpower is a good bet. What do you want to make a poll about? Oh. I mean, that would have to be like community poll, probably. Yeah, sure. Let's just get the boss series and go to sleep. Easy money. I've got some time to be nullified. Yeah, Kabam does owe us an X23 rework, for sure. There is a chance that X23 is the mutant champion in the box, but then I don't know who they would add from Cosmic class. Because again, there is a chance when if X23 is a mutant rework, and then Kabam adds like PGR or Hulkling, that would be like the best case scenario for the box, but I doubt it's gonna happen. You saying Deathless Champions will be Hercules or Kate Bishop? I don't think so. I'm maybe a bit doubt it. I think they're gonna be kind of like all these. But who knows? If I'm making a game like that, brother. I mean, it could be, but it's not gonna happen. It could be, but they won't. Because again, you know, Mutant, an amazing X23 rework, Cosmic, give us CGR, Science, give us Scorpion, and all of a sudden that box is fucking lit. That looks old enough? Yeah, maybe. Could be. Well, I mean, they are giving us magic. We are getting magic in 2026 at the beginning of it. From the Radiant Star. Honeydew is doing, I mean, like, what I get from that is that there is better than 0% chance that new X23 will have a blonde wig. That is what I got away from the fact that Honeydew is doing X23 rework. I need to check arenas again. I'm tired of seeing. I mean, they definitely do need to check the arenas. I reckon there's a lot of botting going on. I mean, that could be. I mean, it's impossible to guess though, because Kabam could literally pick anybody. But you know, as we get some more clues or something about it, I think it makes sense to make a video. Not right now. Quake skill cap is not that big for what you get. It's Quake. It's because, like, unlike Tiger and other champions, with Quake is like once you learn, you can do it like your eyes closed for the most part, and it's not that bad. People like to pretend that quaking is this like very difficult thing. It really isn't that big of a deal. Using champions these days with modern kits is harder than it is to quake. Like 100%. Like using the modern Quake's not harder than Tiger. It's like people overestimate how hard Quake is, but it's so much. Because unlike Tiger, where you need to learn spacings, be aware of the spacings, and get fights in a rhythm, and just about every or many of the fights do look vastly different depending who you fight against. With Quake, take index finger, take one thumb, and you do the same thing just about all the time. So now, quaking is objectively easier than using Tiger, for sure, not even close. Oh, Herc versus Serpent. Offensively speaking, currently, Serpent has more impact on the game. He just does. Herc, however, still is the cheesiest version of it, where you can just throw revives or whatever you want, kind of. But the game doesn't really care about that too much, because of the way Kabam designs these things now. So, like, again, I think Kabam could release Hercules, and I don't think it will make a big impact on the game. Farming units for Vanguard? No, I'm not. I'm grinding units, but I mean, like, yeah, you always need units, as many as you can get. That's a shitty spacing there. Oh no, I'm gonna hate this. Fine, fucking come at me. Haha, loser. Do-do-do-do. Haven't seen iWaltR for a long time. I actually spoke with him a couple of weeks ago. Like, we speak from time to time now. He's also had some private life stuff that I don't want to share. But he's fine now. If that's what you're worried about. He's okay. We kind of started speaking more since my wedding, since just before my wedding. Yeah, he's a cool guy for sure. I miss JJ for sure though. Yeah, I know, Rhino. That was so depressing about Rhino, but he's just so shit. He really fucking is. Like, he really fucking so shit on attack. CJ more likely than Hulkling? Maybe. I think either one of those is quite unlikely right now, though, but we'll see. So. Chels had a good release there. Well, Herc is very good AQ champion. The one thing is, like, based on what we remember, Herc always felt amazing only with Regal Masteries. Without Regal Masteries, Herc never felt like that crazy good though. Like, that was such a big thing for him. Scorpion better be Science One, well, hopefully. Yeah, well, Kabam said they don't give a shit about what you wanted. You got Rhino. You got what you got, basically. Dude, how chunky is this fucker? And I just... There's a worst possible time for that to happen. Is he healing? I guess that science thing has started working. He's genuinely fucking healing. Oh, I hate you. You know what? Fuck it. I'll do it like this. I think I just quit out here. I mean, like, fuck me. Yeah, no, I mean... Fuck you. Fuck you, man. That was disgusting. Arena with no recall is crazy work. Ah, what you can do about it? Oh yeah, I hate Goblin is one of those champions that I have like. I have never at any point liked fighting Goblin. It's not that he's hard, it's just that I really don't enjoy it. It's not that I'm not afraid of fighting Goblin, anything like that. It's just that every single time I have to fight him, it's a fucking annoying fight. Either he's not gonna throw a special, or something's gonna clip me, or he's gonna get a shit ton of regen, or my combat power rate reduction is fucking me over. There's something, and I just hate fighting the stupid Goblin. And that's the thing, like, level 2 can catch you, and level 1 is annoying because you take the block damage, and, like, you know, you can't really punish it. And I still remember from, like, Act 5, very annoying goblins to fight. Really do. Sense on Mephisto was kind of mid because everybody basically ran around with their torches and Red Guardians. But I would love a Sense on Mephisto. Oh shit, whatever. Fuck. Alright, fine. You suck. Oh yeah, Dormammu's kit's kinda nice. Says streams on Twitch with 200 views. Started channel. Nah, I ain't gonna start anything right now because it's almost 2 AM here. But fine. I need to see how I can cross-platform. Go live on both. Blade, give him both Starkey and Ghost Rider Synergy in his base kit, and he'd be nice. Can throw in Mephisto Synergy while you're at it. Or whichever one that was. My alliance asked during this season, like, anybody wants rank 4 Blade? That was like one of those rank ups where I just conveniently went quiet. I was like, don't have one. Holy shit, that hurt. I was like, oh, I'm gonna speed this thing up, but that fucking hurt a lot. I think this one's also pointless. I don't think I want to do this fight. I think it's possible, I just don't think I kind of want to do it. I think we're done here. Unless he said I just quit. I didn't pay attention right now. And I'm also fighting like maxed out 7 stars with my 6 stars now. Why am I fighting 947? It's like, I know. Fine, leave me alone. Because I am fighting a serpent right now because I was talking to you. I might lose my arena streak here. Fuck. I know, I have a plan. Oh shit. Whatever. Still have a plan. Kind of. Let's see what happens. Fine. Now that is not a healthy thing for you to do. Huntrasses. Just not a good thing. You're gonna stand the new EQ? Nobody likes the new EQ. I'm also kind of disappointed in SideQuest. New AW? AW? I miss using Hood though. How do you not get auto-blocked against Evo? You alternate your combos. Oh, new EQ? Yeah, no, I don't like it. At all. Not a single aspect of it I like. Mom, arena freaks were never meant to be. Really? I mean, yeah. But you have big roster for EQ. With many of these nodes, because the nodes are so outdated, it's impossible to have big enough roster to actually do those fights comfortably. The second thing is like twisting your head and always doing those fights like shit champions. The biggest thing, I never said it's hard for me to do it. I don't think it's hard. honestly, the biggest level of difficulty for me in the new EQ is not to lose focus whilst passing out, because I find it really tedious. And if I do end up using a revive, it's mainly because I'm kind of like half asleep or not paying attention or just chatting, and because I couldn't do less for shit, because I end up in this new EQ, you have to do the same fight that I have done for half a decade already, with basically the same champions and some shittier champions that don't work with the nodes. That's the main reason. It's just tedious as fuck. For me personally. The only thing that's interesting, which I know a lot of you will hate on, with the new EQ for me is to figure out ways how I can recover chip damage. Which most of the time I only took because I wasn't paying attention, because the quest is tedious as fuck. But, yeah. I just find it boring. It's also that I have done every single one of those fights, like, again, for half a decade. It's shit. Second thing is that every fight on that lane is basically the same. It doesn't make an ounce of a difference whether I'm fighting Iron Fist or Torjane Foster or fucking Gwenpool or something with those nodes. It's, you know, just same fight with the same nodes. Like, fuck off. And it's quite time consuming. And so the end result is, like, even for me, I do have a big roster. I don't have much trouble completing it. I just don't want to do it. It's not an enjoyable piece of content for me. And I imagine, you know, if you struggle more with it, like with smaller rosters and stuff like that, you just have even worse time. But yeah, so I don't like. There's nothing about it that I do like. Doing the classic difficulty has been and was bullshit. I have no idea why they brought it back. The quest itself, you know, Crucible is interesting because every fight's different there. You know what I mean? And we haven't done those fights like every month for 5-6 years. EQ is just not it. What I hope is that they make some new nodes. What I hope is also that they make the fights different. So yeah, there's a ton of work to be done with that shit for sure. Whoopsies. Fine, whatever. Again, let's not talk about this. I'm clearly tired and delusional right now. And yeah, and those nodes are tolerable today in like an old quest format.
Shut up and take my money.
Anthony Bombard $1.99. KT1 love the channel. Supreme Wallux check out.
What I wanted to say, those old nodes are kind of tolerable today because we can pick 1 or 2 champions that work with those nodes the best and then do the piece of content. But if you have to use champions that do not work with those nodes at all, it just feels significantly more shit on top of it all. Then there's so much more than I can talk about the EQ. But thank you very much, Anthony. Supreme Whaler X. Alright, let's check out. Is that the YouTube or the in-game name you mean? But thanks for the $2, man. Ah, shit. Let's check it out in a sec. Alright. That July 2021. Noise. Supreme Whaler X. I really need to start with the X. Come on.
Shut up and take my money!
Anthony Bombard $1.99. Who would you out for, Mr. Knight or New Spider-Man?
That is a very big account. Mr. Knight, New Spider, definitely New Spider-Man, not even close. New Spider-Man is miles better. Not even close. 33.6k prestige. Nice. Very, very good progress. Good size account. 1 second. Can we see these now? No, we can't. But hey, that is a very good account. Really that bad if you could use just one chum. Yeah, kind of on those. It wouldn't be that bad if many things, you know what I mean? But Kabam doesn't do any of them because they have their idea of what we are meant to enjoy. And ultimately, again, as with many, like as when we discussed with Spider-Woman's tune down and everything else, it doesn't matter as long as, you know, players don't like it. Kabam can technically be doing the right thing or technically making the best content or the best champion. If players don't like it, then it doesn't matter. Players not going to buy the crystals, players not going to use the champion, players not going to, you know, get the offer, stuff like that. So Kabam obviously has to make hard decisions, and that's normal. But they can't make dumb decisions. They can't, you know, make kind of like, we're sticking to our guns because we want to. Like, if Kabam does an unpopular thing, there better sure be a very good reason for doing it. New Spidey for sure. New Spidey is a lot better than Mr. Knight. When I What's up, Johnny? How are you doing, buddy? Yeah, Nat Marble acquired Kabam, and there have been changes since. That is for sure. Because initially, every single time there was an issue with the game, or even if the game went down for like 20 minutes, immediately upon logging back on, there was like compensation waiting for you. It's like, we are sorry for our lofty standards, here's compensation. Yes. That's just like one of the examples. Immediately, every time some issue happened, you didn't even have to ask for it. It was like immediately there. Sometimes, often, you just woke up and, you know, there's like a compensation. It's like, oh, that's that. You know. It wasn't like, we need to have 7 meetings to decide what you guys are going to get or something like that. They just gave us, like, stuff. Meaningful stuff at the time, too. And then they stopped. And then they had to have 58 meetings before sending out compensation. I swear to God, at one point recently, Kebab had like 4 compensations pending that they still had to evaluate and decide. 12.0 was disgustingly bad though. Yeah, remember Patty was bugged for like a year and we got like few US for it? Yeah, I remember a lot of stuff like that, buddy. I really, really do. I did that. I'm gonna do that tomorrow. At some point was last month though. Last month or 2 months ago. But again, like, was the time's going very weird with Kebab, you know that, right? Because some things seem like, I mean, like ages ago that only happened like a month ago, because every other day something goes wrong. And some things happened absolutely ages ago and they seem like it was yesterday. What's up, Jamesy? I guess I can get a few matches going. But yeah, if you guys want to hit that like, the sub button, all the good buttons, it would be greatly appreciated before I head to bed, because I should be getting to sleep soon. Oh, dude. Like, oh, remember that one time when Kebab's Twitch account got banned? That was fucking wild time. Oh, whoopsie. Martial glass and gaslighting strawman abuse. I mean, the gaslight is strong with Kebab for sure. There's no question about it. Has to be on Twitch, Johnny. Has to be on Twitch. And then they blame play. Really? No, they'd never do something like that. I don't believe you. Like, that is a wild thing to say, isn't it? Okay, so. Alright, he needed that stupid level 2 first. Whatever. Stupid Franken. Come on, not everything is so bad. At least we have champion designers like DLL, who used to be the players of this community and understand the game better than anybody else does, as I'm sure he's gonna explain to you. And the game's in good hands, because, you know, masteries don't matter. Defender strength is the only true measure of one's masculinity, and the game needs more strong defenders, because the game's too easy. And I figure no harm in asking, but you can always open a Twitch stream and leave it just open and one tab there in the background. That's what I did. That's how I got my drops. I just had a Twitch stream running and I went to bed. We are going to I mean, again, so all of the bad defenders in the game it's really our fault. If I was just trying, you know, to appease us. This was not a great idea. I hate this mirror match. This mirror match is so bad, I swear. Dude, every time I think about the reason why new Spidey doesn't have MD, it kills me. I believe he was making a joke. Problem is, nobody knows. I believe that was an attempt of humor. I genuinely do. But nobody can be sure. That is one thing I caught myself thinking. You know, some years ago, we had aspirational content. Kabam used to call it aspirational content. But it was a content that Kabam released and it wasn't meant for majority of the player base to explore within, you know, a month or something. It was meant to be something that you build your roster towards and, you know, save up your stash and work for and stuff like that. And that is what Kabam used to call, you know, Necropolis and Abyss and stuff like that. We used to have aspirational content. Now we have aspirational offers. I mean, it's such a funny thing, but it's also 100% true, because we don't have an aspirational content in the game, because all the content that Kabam releases gets blitzed through in, like, you know, a few days tops, starting with Necropolis and whatnot. We do, however, have aspirational offers now. You know I'm right on this. You know I'm right on this. So, Vasil? I gotta go. You might have mixed up the chats there, buddy. Oh, I got the sync. Nice. Boom. But yeah, I do feel like I should probably go to bed. The question is, do I record the reply to that Kabam crash post now, or do I do it tomorrow? I think I need to go to bed. What was the reason? One could be the music thing. That is something that got flagged about, because they did use basically music they couldn't. And the second thing is because they were restreaming live streams with the sole purpose to farm Twitch drops out. And that's against Twitch TOS. So, strictly speaking, they got banned for breaking Twitch terms of service. What's the reason that new Spidey doesn't have MD? The reason new Spidey doesn't have MD is because it's too easy to be Spider-Man. Or it's so easy to be Spider-Man that he doesn't need it. That's literally in his character description. So easy to be Spider-Man, he doesn't need MD. I'll find it for you, don't worry. Did I get at least some milestone here? Oh yeah, perfect. 150. At least I get a couple more units here. Nice. Right, so listen up. Being Spider-Man is so easy that Pavitra does not need to benefit from the Mystic Dispersion Mastery. That is the reason. Oh, a Paragon Crystal. How nice. What can I get from a Paragon Crystal? Oh wait, I didn't turn it back on. Basically I got nothing. 4 stars. Fine. That's it for tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream and I'll catch you guys soon. Bye bye.
Hello there guys and welcome back to the channel. So we have all